We need to have a conversation about Wemby, okay?
You know, I've watched a lot of basketball, seen a lot of players come and go. I've seen players take over the game, change the game, climb the mountain of NBA greats. I've seen a lot, but I have never in my life seen anything like Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, this is
Glaze. What we've witnessed.
This is Glaze. This is Glaze. Don't tell me this is a 12-minute Glaze video.
Over the past week, many NBA fans, including myself, are left with a question that we didn't think we'd be asking, and certainly not this early. Is Victor Wembanyama the best basketball talent we have ever seen?
A figment of our basketball.
Bro, why is he so tall, bro? Why is he built like that? What the flip? Bro, so tall.
Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. What you're about to see is a play that only one person on the planet can make.
That was too clean.
Clowney trying to go right back at KJ. Wembanyama right there. And then again, came over late. Martin misses the three. Champagny secures it.
Bro, what type of Glaze is this, bro? All he did was press triangle, bro. Like, bro.
Wembanyama wants it.
Oh!
Go.
Hey, hold on.
Wemby gets back-to-back blocks at the rim, then takes the ball coast to coast and puts in a 30-footer. If you didn't see this with your own eyes, you'd think it was a work of fiction. It isn't fair, really, for a player of Wemby's size to be able to do this. But these are not highlights. This is just...
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. It looks like it hurts for him to be alive, bro. Like if this guy ever got an injury, it would be different to somebody that's smaller than him getting an injury, bro. Like the way he's moving is like in slow motion, bro.
Just what for a player of Wemby's size to be able to do this.
Like,
but
look,
these are
bro,
not
it's like,
highlights. This is just what
it's
his
like
game
a
looks
monster. It probably hurts for you
this
to
play
be alive,
where
bro. What do
Wemby
you
puts
mean?
on a spin move from outside the elbow.
Yeah, he prepped for injuries. Yeah, I know. I've been hearing about how like he has to do like crazy exercises, but because he's so long and his limbs are so long, he has to do that stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? The tallest guy in the world was in pain every day. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, being that tall, bro, and playing the NBA and being athletic, bro, is a lot of demand for your body.
And not only dunks it, he almost spun his way past the rim. Or this play
But
here,
I don't think he
where
has that much
1 foot
longevity.
outside of the paint on this drive. The ball already passed him at this point. And yet, he somehow pins it against the glass on the opposite side.
he's so
Wemby
tall,
went
bro.
from here to here in less than a second. Or how about this play here, where Herb Jones draws Wemby away from the rim and gets him to bite on the fake. Victor is out of position. His back is to the ball. He's trying to guard two guys at the same time. Take a wild guess at how this play ends.
Oh yeah, this might be Glaze.
Bring a lot of jobs and allow the rodeo to flourish as well.
Yeah, he blocked it. But of all the reality-altering
have a lower
plays
reach.
Wemby has made in just his first week of this NBA season, there was one play in particular that had fans around the world questioning everything they knew about basketball.
Lively denied.
Did he just wait? Hold on. What was that, bro?
Everything they knew about basketball.
Bro, the guy shot, and he jumps up and just says, "Yo, he guy, he go, no pass." The flip. How do you even guard against him? I don't even know, bro. I'm sorry, bro. If I ever had to go up against this and it was like life or death for my family, I might have to get a gun. I might have to get a gun. I'm sorry, bro.
Denied emphatically by Wembanyama.
It's like playing against your dad in the driveway when you're 8 years old. What do you do?
Wemby three. You bet.
Fucking days. What the fuck? What is this? What is this? Bro, there has to be a high limit to the NBA because what the flip is this?
What do you do?
Wemby
Bro fell.
three. You bet.
What the flip? Bro, this is what Julian Newman thought he was. This is what Julian thought. Julian thought he was gonna play like this in the NBA, bro.
Plus the foul.
To answer the commentator's question, there is nothing you can do. I
Might
just
as well
watched
swipe
a
his ankles in a
7'6"
post, literally.
demigod make a 7-footer look like a child, then take him down the court to hit him with a tween crossover
I'd hate
behind
to
the
be
back
this
step
fool's
back
name.
3 for an and one. And in an instant,
Tough.
it felt like everything I knew about the game of basketball was wrong. We knew the concept of Victor Wembanyama. We saw the frame and the competitiveness, and we saw flashes of what he was capable of. And through his first 2 seasons, it felt like we saw where his game was
He
headed.
might be a
But
monster,
what we
bro.
witnessed in just his first 4 games of this season has blown the top off of all of that. Coming into the season, Victor was ranked as the 5th best player in the league according to most sources. And this, to many fans, felt like a gross overestimation, especially since he was sidelined for the second half of last season. Sure, we knew he was probably going to take a leap this season, but nobody was expecting this. Through 4 games, Victor is averaging 31 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks a game on nearly 64.
Bro, I can't lie. I don't watch NBA that much, but this seemed like I played 2K. This is an effective player, bro. Not only does he score, but he also gets rebounds. Like, he could change the game, bro.
31, 14, and 5 while playing only 32 minutes a night.
Bro, this
Stats
is 88.
that jump off the box score as an early MVP favorite. But what has really warped my brain over the last week is just how much his stats, as incredible as they are underselling just how monumental Wemby has been. On defense, he is a black hole. Anything that comes near him is either sent away or redirected. His 5 blocks a night aren't even capturing how offenses are legitimately avoiding him and anything around the rim when he's down there. In their game against the Raptors, I counted 10 different instances where a player passed up on their drive, picked up their dribble, or just avoided what should have been an easy look just because of Wemby's presence alone.
JC, are you 5'4" or 6'4"? Bro, hey guys, I'm 6'5", bro. Don't disrespect my height like that.
Alone 10 times. Look at this last one here. RJ Barrett blows past Devin Vassell, sees Wemby and just, here, you take it. I promise you, RJ was not planning on rifling a chest pass to his teammate standing 3 feet away.
Bro, how are you meant to counter this, bro? Like, how are you meant to counter this, bro? Unless you're gonna, like, literally play street basketball and take out his ankles illegally.
From him after beating his man off the dribble. He just saw Wemby and panicked. How exactly do you measure this panic factor? Because this doesn't really show up in the box score. But you know what does? According to the NBA's head-to-head matchup tool, so far this season, Wemby has guarded 40 different players. That's about 10 different players each game. He's seen every look you can get. And in total, these 40 players shot 64 times throughout 4 games. Out of these 64 shots, they made 19 of them. Wemby's matchups this season have a field goal percentage of 29.7%.
I don't know how
nearly
big that is.
21% worse than when he's not guarding them. The kid is single-handedly breaking offenses.
Oh, damn.
And speaking of offense, whatever he worked on with Hakeem in the offseason, it's working. The league should have terminated those workouts the moment those photos surfaced, because now it's too late and we're all in trouble. Abandoning his 3-point heavy shot selection from last season, Wemby is now working from virtually every spot on the court. He's facing up from the elbow, he's getting his back to the basket and just going over whoever's attempting to guard him. He's added this footwork to his game that is almost startling to watch, not just because of how rare this skill is in today's league, but also because no human being of his size should be able to move like that. And he's got this mid-range bag now that has really opened up his game. How exactly do you stop a player who's a good enough shooter that you
Oh my god, I know this is Glaze, but this might be valid Glaze. This might be valid Glaze, bro.
have to respect his jump?
Hey, do you know what I want to see? I want to see him versus Julian Newman. Do you know how funny that would be? I would actually pay to watch 1v1 Wemby versus Julian Newman. That would be too funny, bro.
And crowd him, but can also get to the rim in about 1 step from anywhere on the court. How do you stop this? How do you stop this?
That's a kill, bro.
I know. You can't. Wemby is one hezzy pull-up away from being a KD Hakeem
you're just sad for that.
and
No,
as
bro, I'm just
twisted as
saying
it sounds, that still feels like I'm selling his game short. He has been playing so out of his mind this past week, it genuinely felt like there was a mass awakening among NBA fans around the world.
This might be
A
solo
fracture
leveling,
in
bro.
basketball's timeline. Am I watching the most talented player to ever touch a basketball? Not in terms of greatness or accomplishments or any of that, but just sheer ability and potential. For a brief moment, the thought did cross my mind, but I knew that was a terrible overreaction to a great opening game and opening week. But then I saw the reactions from other fans, and the more I saw, the more I realized I wasn't alone. This reaction was almost universal.
He looked at Anthony Davis and treated him like an 8th grader.
He abused them. With all due respect to AD, he abused them.
I've never thought this way about like Jokic and SGA, even LeBron, who I think is the greatest of all time. This kid is different. I hope to God he stays healthy because he has a chance to be the greatest player of all time.
Bro, that's the thing though. Like, if he does have longevity, like the type of longevity like LeBron James, this guy might be dangerous, bro. But because of how big he is, bro, he might get a life-changing injury. Hopefully he don't. But damn, bro.
I agree, and truly a talent we've probably never seen before.
Bro said he has no skill. Bro said he has no skill. That's rage bait. That's rage bait. You just saw the same clips we were looking at, bro. That's
what he did in that game. My eyes are seeing something that I don't think I've seen before. That like
that's 100%.
I can't like compare him to anybody. For all of the years we've been watching basketball, I can't compare him to anybody.
Bro, what type of glaze is this, bro? What type of glaze is this? Man, I can't compare him to anyone. He's just absolutely majestic. Anything he touches is gold, chat. Anything he touches is gold.
They should call him CGI because it just doesn't seem real sometimes when you're watching.
Oh, hey guys, bro.
Never seen Wemby. We've never seen no shit like Wemby.
No, that is true,
I'm watching
though.
him and I'm like,
He's
I'm
a
not
freak.
really sure how you defend it. You don't really
He's an
defend
alien.
this.
He's an alien.
It broke my basketball brain.
It's hard to imagine that a 21-year-old in a league stacked with the most talent it's ever had might be the best player in the world. But then you watch him play, and the idea of him being the best is easier to imagine than his actual game itself. The best way I can describe Victor Wembanyama's game is that it feels
like, yeah, he like a Jude Bellingham or a Messi, bro.
Like he's a cheat.
Or like a Ronaldo.
Like he's got real life hacks and he's just shamelessly spamming them at his convenience. I know he's not cheating, but he's so unfair that it feels like he is. And personally, in all my years of watching the NBA, there's only been one other player that genuinely felt like he was hacking the game. As great as he was, LeBron, even at his peak, felt like he was still human. There were moments in the late 2000s where his size and speed were almost cheat code territory, but it never felt unfair. Some consider prime Kevin Durant a cheat code. 7-footer with a tight handle shooting 50, 40, 90. Absurd. Unicorn. But for me, not quite cheat code territory. Same goes for Jokic.
See, I never watched Durant. I've never watched Jokic. You know what's funny as well? I'm not even gonna lie. I've seen Wemby a bit, but I haven't watched any LeBron James highlights on my days. You know how crazy that is? I haven't tapped into any LeBron James highlights.
Combination of brute strength, skill, and omnipresence that approaches the threshold but doesn't quite cross it. The only player that I've seen with my own two eyes that actually felt like he was bending and breaking the game I love was 2016 Steph Curry. I remember what it felt like. I remember thinking he couldn't keep it up, that he would
I've seen some Curry though. I've seen Curry.
I vividly recall watching him and thinking there is no way someone is actually this good at shooting the ball. I remember thinking to myself, I have never seen another player like this.
So perfect,
a human cheat code. Although I didn't watch it while it was happening, prime Shaquille O'Neal is the other 21st century cheat code. A player so big and strong and athletic that it didn't matter how simple and redundant his game was. What exactly are you gonna do about it? Victor Wembanyama has now entered cheat code territory.
Bro, like, he's not like Shaq though. Like, he actually has skill. Like, Shaq was a brute force, bro, and I don't think Shaq was actually a good player. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Shaq was actually a good player, chat.
Is simply
the guy he posted you on IG. Yeah, he posted me on IG, but like still though, I don't think it was like a great player like Wemby is mad.
The weakness
good. Like,
is, I recently
bro, even if Wemby was like tinier, he would still be good. But if Shaq O'Neal didn't have his height, bro, he would be still trash. Like, there wasn't that much skill towards what he was doing. It was very simple. Do you know what I'm saying? And there was more brute force. Shaq is undeniable top 10, bro. Okay, no, I'm saying that he is, but if you replace like the height and the brute force, which is like his huge selling point, what is he? Wemby though, you know what I'm saying? Literally, Shaq is a tank. But Wemby though, Wemby's not just, he's not a tank. Like, he's tall and all that, but he generally has skills. And him being tall just elevates those skills. Like, he's a well-rounded player. Wemby can't shoot. Okay, let's
did a video about the advantage of size in basketball and how if a player was big enough, their size would grant them the ultimate advantage. Pair that with skill and mobility, and he would essentially break basketball. In theory, it sounds awesome, but it's just not possible. There's always going to be some limitation. They're either too big or too stiff or not skilled enough or injury prone. But after seeing what the Monks did to Wemby, I have had to readjust my brain to the fact that a player like this.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Shaq O'Neal, bro. He just had like, he had height and like, yeah, maybe some skill. But Wemby has the height, he has the skill, the durability, the athleticism. Like, he's a well-rounded player, bro. I don't even watch basketball like that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Does in fact exist. An archetype so unrealistic, even video games won't let you conjure it up. He just makes everyone else and everything else look really normal. Like, these are all giants, all freak athletes for the most part, and he makes them look like you and me. He just looks so different out there that it's like he's actually preparing for another league above the NBA, and this is just a pit stop for him to polish his game along the way. But no, it's the best league on the planet, and he's an alien not from it. Someone said this must have been how basketball fans felt when they first saw Wilt Chamberlain in the late 50s. And that person is probably right. A once-in-a-lifetime physical specimen that just shatters the reality of what you thought was possible.
But apparently he got injured though. He was like Wemby, but he got injured and his career got cut short.
A basketball court. It's not often that players both active and retired concede that they're witnessing something they've never seen before. And this almost never happens.
Did he?
Where young fans...
Wait, he played till 47? Oh, my bad. Misinformation. Embarrassing. Misinformation. Embarrassing.
Old fans, the media, everyone is anointing a player who has yet to turn all their talents into something worthy of hoisting above their head. But the reactions we're seeing to Wemby's game and his talent are not exaggerated. They're not premature. Victor Wembanyama is here, and he really is just that good.
Tell him. Nah, this was a W video. I didn't know bro was this good. But damn, I feel like the Glazers well met. Chat, do you think the Glazers is well? Do you think the Glazers good? I feel like the Glazers good. I can't lie. I don't feel like he's over glazed. I feel like he kind of deserves it a bit. No bad.